Look at the climb rate we got going on per minute. This plane is absolutely insane. Now, this plane, of course, is the Concorde, one of the most magical planes ever built. It's so different to any modern jet airliner we know. I mean, the only similarity to modern jet airliner really is the fact that it flies. That's kind of the only thing they have in common. Other than that, it's so different. The delta wing, allowing this plane to fly twice the speed of sound, is something we never saw again. Features like the snoot droop, which would come down right here, something we never saw again. But something that is very much different about the Concorde is, of course, the engines. The Rolls-Royce Snecma Olympus 593 engine. These 4 engines are the main feature that brings the Concorde to twice the speed of sound. Not only are they small and thin, allowing them to actually go fast. I mean, you know, the fat GE90 engine that we know of the 777 would never allow this plane to achieve any proper speed because they're just too fat. Also, the power that the Snecma engine deliver is absolutely insane. Let's go full power on this plane. Over here, we have a horsepower counter, an equivalent horsepower, and we're right now achieving 150,000 horsepower per engine, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the impressive afterburner of the Concorde makes a lot of noise and makes a lot of fuel consumption. After all you're doing is throwing fuel into the end of the engine. That's literally the afterburner, and you get a bit of a power advantage from that. Let's take off. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take off a Concorde. 140,000 horsepower, 37,000 pounds of thrust. Let's take off the Concorde. We've done a tail strike, and that is fine. What a sight and what a noise as well. And now we're able to climb and reach some proper altitude and speed. Now the question is, what would these engines be like on a modern airliner? I mean, after all, I'm pretty sure you would be able to find 4 of these Concorde engines and strap them onto your jet airliner indeed. Right now, you can buy one for 450,000 pounds. Add it to, wait, you can, I mean, after all, it is for sale. Wait, how do you check out? The good thing is shipping to Germany is only 195 quid. Good. Yes, everybody, let's go ahead and do some engine upgrades. I mean, we all know a plane that really needs one, the Airbus A340-300. Because the plane is powered by 4 CFM56 engines, yes, the same engines you can find on the A320, but 4 of them, it's considered a weak, underpowered airplane. We're gonna fix that today by putting 4 Olympus engines on this. Everybody, I've once again proven my genius. As you can see, I have genuinely put these Concorde engines on the A340. I put them on top of the wing this time. Why? Just to show how interestingly different this engine is from any modern high bypass engine indeed. I mean, they are very long, obviously, because there's a huge afterburner array. Also, the inlet is relatively long as well. I mean, the engine starts halfway in the engine. But everybody, haven't we made this Airbus quite a cool bus? I mean, this is a cool design. I wouldn't hate on it at all. And I think the passengers wouldn't either, because they'd get to their destination really quick, right? So let's go ahead and go full power in our Airbus A340. You can see the engine spooling up, and you can see that from the outside once the afterburner starts kicking in, and we can hear a lot of racket. This plane would be extremely loud now. And the question now is, do these engines actually make up for it? Do they also create a lot of power? Now I think we would struggle a little bit because of the immense heat that dissipates. You know what? I think the horizontal stabilizer would genuinely suffer from this. Let's go take off in our Airbus A340-500 now, which much improved engine power. You can see all those are running at full power, looking good. Got 45,000 pounds of thrust, and we are running into a little bit of an issue. As you could see earlier on, the Concorde also took quite a long runway. It turns out these engines aren't massively powerful at all, actually. Look, we're struggling to take off. This is definitely a tail strike, but I really want to get off the ground. Oh, that is a proper yes, actually, despite all that power, despite all that noise, we have made the A340 perform even worse? See, this is the A340, which would be the Trent 500 engines, would power the plane to 60,000 pounds of thrust per engine. Interestingly enough, these Concorde engines down here only provide pretty much half of that without the afterburner. With the afterburner, we have a thrust boost of 6,700 pounds. Still, this plane is genuinely underpowered now. I mean, it is able to climb somewhat well, actually, because we don't have a lot of weight in this plane, but yes. Don't overestimate the power of the Concorde. Even if you combine like two engines right here, they would not at all be as powerful as a modern GE90 engine at all. And this is kind of also a result of a recent experiment that I had of putting fighter jet engines to big airliners like an F-35 engine. These engines aren't necessarily powerful, but they're designed for something interesting. Because what this plane can do very, very well now is climb. We are now at 42,000 feet, and this is the power curve for normal A340. You know, this is the altitudes, and especially the speed here, and it's relatively, you know, similar. Whereas the Concorde engine is designed for speed only, and the Concorde engine works only well if we are at Mach 1 or Mach 2, look, and high altitudes. This is quite technical, but the very interesting Concorde engine design allows this Airbus A340 now to climb much higher than it normally would. 45,000 feet or 46,000 feet, and engines are still providing lots of power. One big issue though is, once again, this plane is a lot heavier than the Concorde would be, and so we don't reach a lot of altitude. Maybe let's try a little bit of a smaller airplane and try to really get a boost. And with this plane, we might be more lucky. The 737, normally powered with 30,000 pounds of thrust, barely. With an interesting new upgrade of 4 engines that provide more than that, we should be good. One issue though is obviously this, and we can kind of start to tell, obviously because the design of the Concorde wing, which obviously was much longer than whatever this is, you can see how really long these engines were. But still, we've been able to put them under the wings. We can actually see through the body a little bit. We can see the engines working, so that is good. Let's go full power in our Concorde engine, and we put a little bit of nighttime here. This, oh yeah, that looks amazing. And that provides a lot of power. Let's see how much this can do. Full power indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And we can really tell just by the green arrow, which marks our acceleration, we've definitely done an engine upgrade. Now, let's go and put the flaps down. Now, look at this. Already reaching 120 knots right here. We've definitely made a significant power improvement to the 737. Look at that. Look at how much air we're pushing right there. Yes, finally, we did something good. So, let's go put the landing gear up now. Great. And we can just the sheer noise of this thing is absolutely ridiculous. I don't hate the sound, though. I don't hate the sound. Anyway, look, we're gaining speed while gaining an immense amount of altitude. Let's just turn on the autopilot right now and see how much this plane can do now. Like when we go full power with the afterburners enabled is absolutely ridiculous. Look at this is real time. Oh my goodness. Let's bring up the altitude. See how fast the 737 can finally go. Maybe not 80,000. Why can't we even set that up? That's ridiculous. Oh my God, the autopilot is going crazy. Look at that. Look at the climb rate we got going on per minute. This plane is absolutely insane. Okay, here we go. We've already reached kind of the ceiling altitude for the 737. Really, it wouldn't be able to reach 40,000 feet that well. But with these high altitude 737 engines, we have no problem. Now, not often you can see the curvature of the Earth in a 737. Let's try achieving that. And actually, we've kind of reached the max. I don't know why, but this engine is not going any more power and we're losing it. All right, then let's try a lower altitude, but I kind of want to get this plane to like higher speeds. I think it's obvious that the Concorde, there's way much more than just the engines bringing this airplane to supersonic speeds. Obviously the wing design, it's the nose design, it's the entire airplane that has to be different. Well, this kind of wing, it's just not pointy enough of an airplane to reach the supersonic speed. Why? Because we've got just way too much drag going on. But still, no problem. We can descend a little bit right now, which we're doing. And we can tell that despite giving full power in these afterburner engines, we have reached our maximum speed of Mach 0.94, 94% of the speed of sound. So that's kind of not gone well. But look at this side here in the evening. Not bad. So come on, let's try to do a landing. At nighttime, I think it's a bit cooler. Whoa! All right, there we go. Let's go and do this. No, obviously we can't see any of the afterburner here. Maybe we got a little bit of power boost, a little bit of it. Yeah, see that. Let's go ahead and stop now. We can, of course, pull the reverse thrust on this plane. Making it land extremely hard. Oh my god. But there we go. We have done it in the Concordized 737, everybody. Yeah, so putting these engines on a plane like this absolutely makes no sense. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finer, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.